Hey there and welcome to Simple Crypto. If you are looking into price targets and where Turbo Toad could go during this bull market, you are just right here. Probably one YouTuber has already shown you this chart and has tried with some voodoo technique to analyze where this token might potentially go in the future. However, in my video, I am taking a completely different approach and I'm showing you based on valuation where the realistic price of Turbo Toad is, because I believe most of chart technique is voodoo in long term. It's obviously helpful to say it's expensive at the moment, it's cheap at the moment, or where is the next target, but the bull market target that I'm predicting here in this video is something different. So stick with me. If you came from this video, I very welcome you. I'm hoping you enjoy this price prediction video as well. If you haven't seen this video yet, make sure to check out also the fascinating backstory of the Turbo Toad token. So let's move into it. Why can Turbo reach $1 while BONK cannot? And I'm exploring here in this video how high Turbo can potentially go. But generally speaking, I believe that Turbo could reach a certain goal which BONK won't reach. And I'm also explaining you why in this video. And I will show you realistic price targets based on the real valuation instead of voodoo chart analytics. So to see where we currently are, Turbo currently is around 160 or something from the CoinGecko coin market cap rank. And to reach the top 100, we need to compete with Ordi. And Ordi has a market cap of roughly $1 billion. So to reach this, we can make an almost 2x, and we are in the top 100 with Turbo. So definitely realistic for a target in the next upcoming weeks and months. Next, we're looking at our BONK meme coin competitor that many people also asked me, Alex, is this token able to reach $1? And in a short, I posted here on YouTube, I told you all that this is not possible. BONK won't ever reach $1. Maybe there is one exception if a lot of BONK is burned for some reason. That could happen, but everything else is impossible. So where is BONK at the moment? Turbo could reach BONK with 2.3 billion market cap by achieving a 4.4x. And this is remarkable, but we also need to speak about fully diluted valuation here. And in contrast to Turbo, BONK has a fundamental problem because BONK still has a lot of tokens locked up, and the FDV, the fully diluted valuation, is substantially higher than the valuation that it currently holds. So we have 3.3 billion and the current valuation is 2.3 billion. So to reach this fully diluted, we could make a 6x with Turbo. So Turbo is the better choice here already. Then next up, Floki, because you're all into meme coins and you want to know the comparison. This is Floki. Floki has similar great tokenomics as our Turbo Toad has, because there are all tokens are circulating on the market, which means that the 2.6 billion is actually the fully diluted valuation of Floki. Then to reach the top 50, we have a non-meme coin here, but I picked to show you this spot 50 as well, because optimism is a super bad example for tokenomics. And to reach optimism at the current price, our turbo needs to achieve a 5x. Then turbo is also at 2.6 billion, which seems to be a short-term target, definitely, to reach this top 50. And if you are curious what I mean with the super bad tokenomics, then we need to look at the FDV of optimism, and that's already at 10.6 billion. And that gives us a 20x for our turbo token, or 15 cents. So check this out. 2.6 to 10.6. So there are $8 billion in value that will float the market, that will, flood the market. And the floating amount of optimism is only 2.6 billion at the moment, while the fully diluted will eventually be 10.6 billion, which is insane. This is part of the 155 billion, I believe, that Binance Research found that will be released until 2030 of all these crypto tokens that have been launched recently. So if you're interested in this tokenomics scam, I call it scam because it's very dangerous for your bags, then check out my other video that I will link up here, because there I'm explaining why many tokens like Optimism are very, very dangerous to hold in long term, because there is a lot of new supply going onto the market. And next, we have Dog with Hat. Many people like that as well. Dog with Hat has a fully diluted valuation of 3.4 billion almost. That would give 6.4x from this current market price. Next, we have Aptos. Aptos is the gate to the top 30. And for Aptos, we could make an 18.8x when we compare it to its fully diluted valuation, which is almost 10 billion at this point. Aptos is similar to Optimism. It has a problem with tokenomics. So if you're in Aptos, make sure that you check your bags and don't go too heavily on these coins. I mean, obviously, I'm not giving any financial advice in this whole video. That's just for entertainment purposes. But be careful with all the tokens and coins that have a huge outstanding supply still there. So next in our list, there is Pepe. Pepe, the OG of the internet memes, the frog Pepe. And Pepe is a token, it's not a coin, so it's running on Ethereum, same as Turbo. Many people already say Turbo is the next Pepe, and that has several reasons. First of all, Turbo is a frog, basically, or a toad, a special type of frog as well. And secondly, Pepe has similar great tokenomics when it comes to the circulating supply. So Pepe has no outstanding tokens to be vested, and it has a valuation of $6.6 billion at this point. Our Turbo could make a 12.5x reaching Pepe, which would be not only awesome, but definitely also realistic, in my opinion. I will tell you a bit later in this video why this is unbelievably realistic, and yeah, in long term, or at least during this bull market. Next, we have SHIB. And SHIB was actually surprising myself because I wasn't aware of it being so far up in the market cap chart. SHIB has a valuation of 15 billion, and our Turbo could reach this with making a 28x. That means if you invested $1,000 today, after reaching SHIB, it would be 29,000. And SHIB, however, has a fundamental problem. It's by now a coin, I believe, because they have built their own blockchain, but it has a fundamental problem, and it really has a huge outstanding supply of 10 billion that will inflate the market. And that would bring us to a 48x if we consider that ship will be in full circulation one day, and a price of 36 cents for turbo. Next, we have, and this is last but not least, definitely the OG of all meme coins, the Doge coin, which has been sticking around all the way since before Ethereum even. I mean, Dogecoin is almost as old as Bitcoin and Litecoin. It has been, if I'm not completely wrong, it has been more or less the third or one of the 5 first cryptocurrencies that have been traded back then on exchanges. And Doge currently has 23 billion valuation, which would give us a 43x. So this happens when we reach Doge, but reaching Doge definitely is not an easy task. Doge has a lot to give. It's an unbelievably strong brand, and we are going into really, really high market cap here. But you might ask now, when do we reach $1? And I'm telling you, it's still possible. So we have certain scenarios that need to happen to reach $1. First of all, we need to reach a market cap similar to Doge, and that's hard but not impossible. Secondly, the market needs to just triple. And I'm saying this just because the market can definitely quadruple or making a 5, 6, 7x during the bull market, since this technology and everything is accelerating and adoption is all over the place. So if the market triples, Turbo reaches $1 with the same valuation as Doge has. Is this realistic? Well, it is relatively realistic compared to BONK, for instance. And here we come back to BONK. Important to say here, I'm not hating on BONK, but for BONK to reach a whole dollar, the market needs to triple. It needs to be as expensive as Bitcoin. And on top of everything, it needs to make another 22x. And this is why it literally is impossible for BONK to reach that. If you want a meme coin to reach a whole dollar, you should get into Turbo. This being said, not financial advice, and I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. I hope to see you very soon here again on my channel. Until next time, your Alex.